Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg. I hope you guys are ready to unpack and get into some good conversations today.
And I'm Jess, and this is our podcast, Baggage Claim. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing today? This is Greg, and I'm here with Jess. This is our podcast. We are a real couple talking about real stuff with real issues. I mean, we've walked through it. We got 4 kids. Baggage Claim is a place where we have some real conversations around our table, or a table, and we hope to create some community in the process of talking about all of our real stuff and sharing it with you. We became married a few years back.
We became
married.
That's
weird.
married.
All right, we got married.
We've been married for almost 14 years.
Almost 14 years, yes. When we got married, there was nothing out there for couples in our situation. Blending our families. So Baggage Claim literally came out of a necessity for us to figure out how to do the blended family life and do marriage the right way because it's just hard. And so that's where we're at. Welcome to Baggage Claim. If you're regular here and you've been listening for a while, you know the drill. Grab your favorite drink, take a deep breath, and pull up to the table with us, and let's get into some fun conversations today. Because what are we on, Jess?
We're talking about joy. And I have a question.
Okay. Sorry. I'm really excited. We haven't recorded in like 3 weeks.
It's
No,
been
it's
so
been a while.
long.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
It feels weird.
Summers,
Yeah.
we've been taking some time off in the summer.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever had a season where it's been hard to find joy?
yeah.
Or where it just kind of feels like joy or happiness is like nowhere to be found.
It's I don't want to say it's crazy because we've all done it. Joy, a lot of us find that in circumstances of those different kind of things of like things happen in life and we're like, oh, we're really excited or happy or joyful.
What makes it easy to be happy?
Yeah. And so what we want to talk about today and what we want to do is like, we want to see how do you find joy when it's not based on your circumstances, when it's not based on the things that you can't control. So what do we do then? Where do we find ourselves? So that's what we're going to unpack today. So if you're a married couple, if you're thinking about getting married, if you're a blended family, hang in there, like, subscribe,
Or you're just
follow
walking
us.
through a hard season because I ain't even married.
Yeah, wherever you're at, listen, because we may grab something out of this. If you do and you find it helpful, man, like us, subscribe. Even do something crazy like leave a comment. Just whatever it is. But before we get into all of those deep dive questions, we want to do what?
Question time.
Question time, baby.
That was new.
That was new.
That was
Sorry.
new.
So we have a little thing called Question Time that we do each episode, and basically just try to create some conversation. This helps Jess because she says she's always a nervous wreck.
It's a
Every
warm
time.
up. It's a warm up
It's a
exercise.
warm-up.
So
It
we're
helps
for Jess.
us.
We're only 72 episodes in, and she's maybe about to get
still-
the hang of
Warm up.
this.
Hey, I could use a warm up
I
sometimes.
still
I'm
get
good with it.
nervy.
So question time is a way
Sometimes
for Jess
there's
to
Nervy,
sit-
not
yeah.
nervous.
Yeah, it's nervy.
nervy.
And sometimes there's
Nervy.
silly questions, sometimes they're not. So
What the
Yeah.
heck is the difference in nervy and nervous?
it's more fun to say nervy.
Oh, it's a first grade way to say
Yes,
nervous?
it is.
I feel that I may start using that then.
Nervy?
I'm nervy.
Shoot, when you get nervy, just work
Feels
it out.
like a nerdy version of nervous.
No.
Oh. Okay,
All right, Thomas,
maybe
what you got?
What makes you happy and where do you find joy?
not. Ooh, who's going first?
I will.
Oh, okay.
Go for
ahead.
What makes me happy is like pretty sunsets, reading a good book, a fire in the
Ooh.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Those all things make me happy.
Ooh.
Just a few of my favorite things.
Those are pretty
What
good
brings
things.
me joy? Our grandbaby.
Mm.
It's just, you can't help it.
She is
You
kind of
can't.
contagious.
God.
She did she blew a kiss on FaceTime earlier.
Mwah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're
Or just-
FaceTiming her because
So
she's
cute.
not.
And
she's
being
out
with
of
our
state.
family, like, that's just, it's in my heart always. And however many of the kids we get to be, it just grows joy.
Mm.
So I would say happiness for me, and we, Greg, you and Thomas, you both know a lot about this. Anytime we just go play golf together,
Yeah.
like seriously, I don't care how I played. I don't care how good or crappy the course is. I don't care the customer service of the Rangers or anything. When we get to go play golf, it just, I'm happy. I enjoy it. It's great.
That's a
you
happy
get,
place.
You get to go out, be in nature. You get a lot, especially where we are. You get to see the mountains. You get to see lakes and waters, and
you
all.
get to rag on each other.
And sometimes you get to see the water a lot more often if you're Greg.
You can see the woods more.
Yeah.
But so happiness for me, I mean, that's an immediate. I mean, there are a few others, and I was telling y'all earlier, two things tremendously that bring me joy. No matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing. One, my dog. I got a black lab, been with me. He's 10 years old.
Good old Max.
Oh my gosh. August 9th. When is that? That's like next week or the week after?
Week after.
He's turning 10 and he's getting gray. He's getting old. But incredible dog. And honestly, just going home, if it's been a long day, he comes at you, his tail's wagging, he's happy. And I'm like burned out and ready to go home and go to bed. And I'm like, all right, let's go run. Let's go play a game. Let's go do something, and that's an immediate joy bringer. But also I've got a lot of nieces and nephews. And I don't know if they listen to this much because all of my nieces and nephews bring me joy. But my young ones, oh my gosh, I've got like 4 that are like under the age of 3 right now. Oh my gosh, just FaceTime them for 10 minutes and my day has changed completely. So,
well, Lucy's considered your niece as well. And
that too. Yeah, that would be 5.
Screams and squeals and runs to you every time she sees you.
And because especially with the glass windows you'll have in your dining room,
can see
I
you
drive
walking
up
in.
and I can see her arms up. She's like,
yeah.
She does get excited.
She does.
How about you, Thomas?
I don't know. Happiness is being outside, and then college football
Yeah.
is coming here in a couple of weeks.
September 5th, baby.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
so excited. And then joy is Lucy and Miranda. They're really the place that brings me back whenever life sucks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Man, my happiness, I have a few of them. I love if I can be outside, I love being outside. I love Saturdays in the fall. There's nothing better. It's like everything.
Especially something smoking on the grill too.
Yeah, something smoking.
Or chili in the crock pot.
Sometimes I just want to turn my smoker on just for the smell.
Just
smells going, game days on the TV. It's just like everything's right. I love a good fire in the fireplace. I do that. I actually like to read. I like a good book. But my joy is, man, relationships. Just a family, my friends, like hanging out with, like when, man, on Christmas or Thanksgiving, when we get to hang out with the whole family, or just a random time we all get together.
And my heart wants to explode.
It's just like, that's joy for me. Like hearing Lucy squeal and get so excited over something simple, that just brings me joy. It just reminds me of the things that really matter in life. And I lose track of that.
This will bring you joy, this little story. She'll be 2 in a few weeks. And today I put on a dinosaur shirt on her. This little pink dinosaurs. And I said, Lucy, you want to come put on your dinosaur shirt? She screamed and squealed the happy squeal. And as soon as I put it on, she started walking around roaring with little T-Rex arms. And I'm just like, oh my God. If I could just live in this moment forever. It was so sweet.
It's just sad to me that life, worry, stress, anxiety, steal all of that from us. It's just like, why can't we just act out? Why can't we just be
the
fun?
Worst.
And
Why
just
is
have
it that
fun?
things have such power over our joy and happiness?
Right.
Because I don't want it to,
Me either.
But
I don't
it
think any of us
does.
do. Yeah.
but it does.
Yeah. It's like when you go on
Gosh.
vacation, you're sitting on the beach and you're like, man, I just want this to be forever. Like, I just want this feeling. But it's almost like we can. We just don't allow it.
Not
to.
our last vacation. We were in a tropical storm.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. We were in a tropical storm.
Not that one.
Yeah. It was, I don't want to go into detail, but it was
No.
rough. So,
Yeah.
but so that's what we want. We want to unpack this idea in marriage, because if you think marriage is like the honeymoon or like the wedding, I'm sorry. Welcome to the real world. It's not, there's going to be highs. There's going to be lows. There's going to be things that pop up. The car breaks down. The air conditioner goes out.
Brakes go out.
Yeah, the brakes are out in the car. Oh, we lost a blinker. That's going to be $500 to fix a blinker.
Yeah, because my blinker's fancy.
Yeah, another story for another day.
Not a
Crazy
normal
fancy.
one. It's
So-
fancy.
But it's like those things happen and we allow them to steal our joy or our happiness.
Mhm.
And the difference between, because we need to talk about what's the difference between happiness and joy. Do you like to address that? Do you know the difference?
Who read the definition earlier? Because we were
I did.
specific to look it up. Do we have that?
No,
I
I took notes.
Oh, how brilliant
Yes.
of you. The teacher among us took
You know,
notes.
I am going back to school next week.
I did not take notes.
So, joy mainly comes from within you. It's in your heart. It's not circumstantial. It's just something that's in you. Happiness comes from the outside, like what things can bring happiness to you.
It's kind of a temporary state,
Mhm.
temporary feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. So well said. Thank
Thank you.
So, I mean, it's one of those things we sometimes intertwine those in happiness and joy, but thinking about your marriage and thinking what that looks like. I mean, how many times do you sit around the table and be like, hey, let's have a talk about finances because that's going to bring us joy. That's going to make us really
Said
happy.
It's
no
going to
one
make me so
ever.
happy.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
And so it's like, why don't we have a hard conversation? Because that's going to be very joyful.
Mhm.
But it's a real part of life.
Yeah.
But we like to think about sometimes, and that's why I started our podcast is saying we're a real couple. We have
Mhm.
real hard conversations, real life
We live
experiences.
real life.
Yeah, we're walking through some things that sometimes
Currently.
are just real.
Yeah.
And so we want to embrace those, talk about those, and just be like, hey, marriages has ups and downs, and sometimes the downs suck, and sometimes
Mhm.
they don't suck as bad. So
And it's okay not to always feel happy because that's what things are bringing to you. But it's important to keep your eye on that joy and to know what brings you brings you joy in the first place.
thinking about that, like
Mhm.
how do you, or maybe this is too early for us to ask that, because if joy is that deeper inner thought, kind of like a moral compass, as you would say, I don't
Or
know if that's
faith,
the right
our
thing.
faith too.
Yeah, your faith. You find joy in your faith and knowing that you know what the truth is.
Mhm.
You know where that leads. How do you build a system around that, or is it even possible to build a system to find joy through no matter what?
I think it is. It's
I would
possible to
say-
build a system.
I would say yes. And it's crazy because we don't really talk about these concepts and talk about these things much, but this is something I've actually been struggling with over the past like 6 months, a good bit, is just trying to not let the circumstances around me dictate how I feel, because it's so easy to let it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, when y'all first started talking about this, it was like, oh my gosh, I need this conversation tonight. Like, I need this because I need to just refocus. Because I've
Mhm.
had this conversation multiple times. This is something my parents talked about in my life growing up, being raised, that I learned a lot. But it's great to be able to refocus. And yes, I do believe that you can develop a culture, you can develop a system, not only in your heart, but in your life, your daily schedule, things you can do to help bring about a consistent emotional state in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's is it a choice? Happiness, joy, is it a choice? Well, I think happiness is a circumstantial, you give me ice cream and be happy.
Heck yeah.
But then
We
when
had
ice
ice cream
cream-
night last
yeah.
night. All of us had our
Yeah,
own
we
personal
all-
night.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I ran into one of those. Thomas is like, I'm going to Walmart. And I was like, are you for real going? Because if you are, I'm going with you. But if not, wound up, we bought 4
And then
pints
Aaron
of ice
went with
cream.
y'all. There was a lot of ice cream in the house
Yes.
last night.
And it was awesome. But then when the ice cream went away, we're like,
Okay.
all right, here we are now. Let's all go to
Well,
bed.
the reality is it's easy to be happy when life's going great. But let's just be real. Life is not always going to be great.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
So should we just be sad whenever life isn't great?
I think you need to choose to actively seek joy. Like remind yourself of what brings you that joy.
Mm.
Even if you don't feel happy. I mean, I could have a horrible day and then Lucy walks in the door with squealing and laughing. And I'm like, well, there's my joy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't help it.
Well, the thing is, sometimes we need those reminders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like we have reminders of what life is really about. I think we have, for me, I think the way to help me I guess, I don't want to say concrete or connect myself back to joy, is remembering what it's all for. Like I get caught up. Like I was caught up today and thinking about, okay, how close is it? Is it close to the end of the month? When does the 15th roll around? What bills are due here? What's due there? What I have to pay here? What do I have to pay there? And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to work through next month just based off of financial reasons. I was like, that's not joy. Like that's not, and I just feel like I'm wishing not wishing, but I'm just caloring the next month out.
Already worrying about it for it's here.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not, this is not healthy. It's not a good thing. The Bible tells us about joy, that the fruit of the Spirit, one of the fruits of the Spirit
Is
of having
joy.
Him is joy. So it's like, okay, what does that mean? Like, what does that look like? How does that?
Also, happiness is too.
It truly is. It's like, what do those look like in our lives lived out every day? Like, what is it that helps us stay grounded? What is it that helps us remind us? Is this a squeal from Lucy? Is it the text from you or from somebody else to let you know how grateful they are? That's like, hey, thinking about you, love you, appreciate you. Is it those things that remind you what's really important versus a car payment or the next outfit or something else that you really want that you think is going to make you happy?
Yeah.
But that's just it. It's really not.
Well, and it's crazy. I mean, when you look back and like, if I were to ask you this question in a moment of a hard time, a sad time, what do you turn to? Because I think we all turn to something. We all do, to find some bit of momentary satisfaction, happiness of whatever kind. You know, for some people, it could be binge watching a show. For some people, it's getting on Amazon, buying a bunch of stuff. Excuse me. I'm gonna cough my lungs out here. You know, for some people, it could be going out and going to a fancy restaurant. It could be going doing something different. But I think it does matter. Like, what is the thing within us, within my mind, within my heart, that brings a source of joy, regardless of the circumstances? Because the reality is, you could want to do all these things, but if you don't have money to pay that Netflix bill, you ain't binge watching a show. If you don't have that money to get on Amazon and buy the next pair of sneakers or the next cute outfit, like Greg was saying, like you can't buy it. Then what do you? Then it just only spirals worse.
I struggle with anxiety. And to be honest, a lot of the time I go through really long phases where my filter of looking at things is very negative. And that's not healthy.
Well, unpack that for us and being real. Like, give me maybe some real life examples that.
Well, I like to tease that I got it from my nanny. My grandmother was the queen of worriers. I worry about things that are not even mine to worry about. I worry about Thomas and Miranda and how they're doing. And I worry about a bill that hasn't even came yet, or what am I going to do? Like when school's starting, what am I going to do if this little one has a hard day and I can't handle the bad behaviors? It hasn't even happened yet, but I'm already worrying about it before it gets here. And that's just a negative way to look at stuff. And I don't like it that I do that. But and thankfully you're most of the time you're very kind of how you remind me I'm doing that. And I appreciate that. I really do. Because you're like, well, you're looking at everything really negative.
The reality is that's natural. That's nature. That's natural. What am I trying to say here?
Natural.
It's nature. It is our nature. We do that. So I was looking up some stuff. Psychology shows, and I'm reading from a study here that I'm been learning from, but our brains are hardwired to scan for threats, to scan for things that are unreal, wrong, feeling out of place to us, to scan for problems, to scan for things that cause us pain, to scan for things that will cause us frustration in our life, because that's our nature. We want to avoid those things, so we're constantly looking for those things. Therefore, from that, this study shows that you observe and intentionally look out negative things in your life 5 times more than you do positive things in your life.
I think mine's probably more than that.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's very true. Like if I went around even right now and said, okay, tell me 3 positive things about yourself and tell me 3 negative things about yourself, we could all name off
easily
three
throw off the
negatives.
negatives.
Oh,
Easy.
yeah.
We probably all struggle with 3 positives because I've done this with people like
With me too.
in mentoring
Yeah.
and coaching. Like it's a hard thing for people to go, tell me something good about yourself. Like tell me 3 things you like about yourself. Tell me something good.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to do that. It's so
Mhm.
sad that our brain's wired that way. But I also think that society, social media, everything else just helps that. Pushes
Well, we're in
that
a
down the
constant
road.
compare with one another because
yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
But
And
when
that
we,
steals your joy real fast.
yes, very fast. But when we do that, I don't necessarily think it's wrong that we see the negative things in life. I think it's wrong when we don't intentionally look at the good things in life. Because when we look at the negative things, it helps guide us. It does, like realistically.
Well,
Like
of
I'm thinking
course.
when I go out in public, like say I'm taking, as this happened over the summer, I was taking a bunch of my nieces and nephews to Walmart, and it was just me and like 3 kids. And these kids are all under the age of like 10 and 5. You better believe I'm looking at everything as a threat.
Yeah.
I'm in protect mode. I'm in, okay, what's going on? Also, I'm looking at the candy aisle because we have to stop at the candy aisle, get the kids some candy.
Right.
Naturally, I'm the best uncle ever.
Mhm,
So we got to do
mhm.
that. But I'm also watching who's walking around my nieces, who's walking around my nephews. I mean, it's not wrong that we do these things. I don't think it's bad that we have this negative bias in our mind. I think where it gets unhealthy and specifically dangerous is that's all we live by. And we
Right.
don't intentionally choose. And I think you asked this question earlier, is joy a choice? Is happiness a choice? I would say yes, absolutely. Because if our mind is naturally biased to look at the negative, it means we must train our mind and be
Mhm.
intentional to also look at the positive. But
Well-
how many times do we do that?
This is why so many marriages fall apart at some point, is because something happens in the relationship that you get frustrated with your spouse. They say or do something that's frustrating or upsets you. You don't address the issue. You just get mad. And so, like most couples, you sweep it under the rug, act like it never happened.
Mhm.
You go on with your lives. Something
Yeah.
else happens. Then all of a sudden,
It gets so easy to look at the negative
then
things.
all of you say is like,
They pile up.
they don't like. I asked him to put his clothes in the dirty hamper, and he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You get
He obviously
frustrated.
doesn't love me.
Yeah. Why does he
what it
disrespect
goes
me?
to.
He doesn't think I do anything. He doesn't care about all the things I do around the house because I work all day. He doesn't, like
Mhm.
trying to keep the house clean. He comes in, throws the stuff down. All that stems from a small conversation. Be like, hey, what happened? Like, why did you not put your stuff out? Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Like, I literally just forgot. I apologize. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Like, what if it's that the solution is that, but you program ourselves to, once we go down that road of negative, it's hard for us to get off of that and get into a
Mhm.
positive place, especially when it comes to our spouse and how we think. And finding joy with each other is one of the key things to having a good, healthy relationship. Like, you got to be able to laugh together, have fun together, play together. And that shouldn't have anything to do with your bank account,
Mm-hmm.
where you live, what you drive, what you wear. None of that should have any bearing on your joy or your happiness with each
Mhm.
other.
Yeah.
But it does so many times. And it's
Mhm.
really, really sad.
Mm-hmm.
So I see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it breaks my heart. So, but you're right. We see negative, and then once we see it,
That's all you can see.
it's hard to unsee it.
I mean, I just said that about my own self. I choose to look at the joy in you and like those little silly things that you were talking about. You can just choose to not care about it. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care if you come in and put stuff on the counter or whatever, but I have a harder time doing that with my own mind. I can choose to look at positive things for others and in others, and I have a harder time finding it in my own self.
Yeah, which is really sad though too.
I know.
But
Thomas-
like for me, I do it all. I'm sorry, I do
No,
it all.
you-
I had an example that made me think about you talking about Walmart. We were in Pensacola and we were going in, and there was this guy sitting on the sidewalk, and immediately I was just like, "Dude, come on, man!" He was sitting there begging.
Mm-hmm.
When I walk past him, it's almost like I heard an audible voice
Yeah.
go, "Just speak to me," and I was just like, "Why would you?" Like, I don't know what it was weird. I felt compelled. I was like, "Let me get this guy money." So I started digging around in my wallet, and just like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm getting some money."
Mm-hmm.
And so I literally, because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I can choose to think really bad thoughts about this guy, and or I have the means in my pocket right now to maybe help him
Make a difference.
to
Yeah.
it could change him. It could not. It could propel the bad decisions he's still on. I don't. It's not my choice, but my choice is whether to be a part of that or not. And so I'm like, yes, I'm going to. So I turn as we go in, we get one thing and we walk back out, and I have the money in my hand,
But
and
he
he's
was
gone. And I was like,
You missed that chance.
bro, man,
Yeah.
it's almost felt like, dang it, I should have turned around immediately and went and done that thing.
Yeah.
It's like that made me think about, even with our thoughts of being negative versus positive, I should have not waited 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I
Mhm.
should have, as soon as I felt that, turned around and just walked back and made the change then. And so it's just, but we don't do that in life. So
No.
many times we don't. Just be like, oh no, somebody else will do it. It's something else. Blah blah blah. And we kick the can down the road.
Yeah.
So that is relationships. I don't want to say I'm getting off on.
Ooh,
a
you
different
said that.
tangent.
That just painted an image in my mind. How many times do we rather choose to kick the can of sadness down the road than let it go and pick something else up?
It's usually a hard conversation we kick down the road. That
Yeah.
can
Yes.
is usually a hard
Yes.
conversation. And it's
Yeah.
usually a simple, like, hey, are we okay? Something seems off. Are we mad? Like, and can we, did I do something wrong? Like, what? But we just say, no, we're just going to
Just
smile
Let it go.
until it blows
Mhm.
up. So,
Yeah.
Were you going to ask Thomas a question?
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
going to say, Thomas, we've been talking about this whole positive and negative mindset. How does that connect with you?
I mean, it's been really hard for me to figure out how to find a positive mindset just because of the job that I have, because a majority of the things that I see are negative all the time.
Like everything you see is negative.
So
Is it
Thomas-
not?
Yeah,
Is it
Thomas
not?
is a firefighter and EMT, so he shows up at people's worst moments.
Yeah, so everything I see is always negative. So trying to separate myself from that mentally is really all it's been, is saying that this doesn't really bother me, or this is not my issue. My job is to help this situation get fixed, and then go back to the things that do bring me joy, which is really what everybody should be doing when negative situations come around, is figuring out how to fix it into a joyful thing. Like what you were saying earlier, Dad, about having the conversations that are hard. Like multiple times a week, me and Miranda ask each other, like, are you happy? Is always the first one. And then, do you have anything you want to talk about? And thank God the answer is always yes, that we're happy. But then sometimes there is something that we want to talk about. We just didn't know how to bring it up. And that's always the time that it comes up. And they are fun conversations sometimes. And then other times they're the sucky conversations that nobody wants to have.
but you create the cool
You've
thing.
created
that
a
you do,
culture in your marriage.
well, you
Yeah.
in an avenue for her to be like, okay, this is an opportunity for us to be able to share
Yeah.
something I need to talk about.
Yeah.
And
Because
that's
of-
huge.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
times we don't even do that.
Mhm.
And that is that's a great first step.
Yeah.
But especially at y'all's age too, a lot of
Yeah.
folks your age don't want to do that.
No,
Well,
they
you're in
suck.
Yeah.
you're in
Have-
that point of your life where
Yeah.
you're going to make the least amount of money you're ever going to make in your life.
Yeah.
You have more financial responsibilities because you're having kids, like you're eating eggs. You're
Like you're eating eggs.
I know you eat a lot of eggs, right?
I've
You have a lot of
never-
kids.
Do we eat a lot of eggs?
Never
I eat
heard
a lot of eggs. Do you not eat eggs? I eat
I
a lot
like
of
2
eggs.
eggs a day, I
Say
guess.
thank you. Okay. No, I have 2 kids a day.
Yeah.
So okay, maybe that's dumb. But anyway,
Yeah.
you're at a very like money is a pipe dream almost
It's
for
not easy.
someone
For us, yeah, right
yeah
now.
in
it
your
is.
situation.
Yeah.
So it's like you're at that really hard spot, and so many young couples allow that to become such a tension between them that it creates separation and space that's really, really hard to recover if you don't address it now.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's one of those things, even for young couples,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, you need to talk about these things. You need to talk about
Yeah.
sex, money, and you need to talk
How
about
you spend your time.
yeah, like dig into those
Mhm.
things and be very, very honest, very open about them with each other. Figure it out.
Well, that's
Um,
what me and Miranda tell a lot of people our age that are getting into relationships is like all the negative stuff is not fun. It never is, but getting the negative stuff out of the way helps you see the happy that's at the end of the road. Is like, I mean, I'm working a lot and Miranda's going back to school. So it really sucks because I'm gone all the time. But whenever she's done with school, I'm not going to know what to do with myself anymore.
No, you're not.
I'm going to only work one
You're
job.
going to have one job.
Yeah, I'm going to have one job and I'm going to get to spend all my time that I want at home. Like it's going to be awesome. So it's just the negative time now is going to build us to the joyous time that we're going to have later.
Yeah. But reminding yourself to keep your eyes on the joy now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to put off the joy.
Oh, I have so much joy in my life right now. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
Like I have so much happiness, but it's just the situations around that joy and happiness just suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just got to embrace the suck
Yeah.
and just be like, this is it.
Because things can suck, but you can also still have joy at the same time, don't you think?
Oh, 100%.
But we don't live life that way.
No, we don't.
No.
I agree with you completely, but we don't.
Mhm.
It sometimes almost feels, and I say this because especially where I've been the past like 6 months or so, like, why is it so easy to believe the lie that if something steals your joy, whether it be a burden, anxiety, stress, pain, hurt, whatever you want to call it, why is it that if you experience that, it means you feel like joy is non-existent? It can't coexist is how we feel.
Yeah.
Because I say, I believe that a lot
Mhm.
Yeah.
recently in my life. And that's wrong.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can coexist.
I agree. Let's be practical. Somebody tell me an example. Give me an example.
Are we unpacking?
No.
Oh, okay.
Of this, there's one thing when we said this, there's one image or one thing that popped in my mind. It doesn't have anything to do with marriage,
Okay.
but it was so real for me. And I still remember. So bear with me. Okay. I know
Okay.
this is not, so I and some buddies were climbing Mount Rainier. So we were at this camp too, and we had to leave out at 11 o'clock at night to make it to the summit by 8 o'clock that morning, the next morning. So we're hiking and it's dark. You're roped in, so you can't see anybody. The person's in front of you. They're just disappeared in your lights. You're just following the footsteps in front of you. I would think I was number 2 or number 3 in line. I can't remember exactly. But I remember it was so cold. It felt so alone because I couldn't see anybody. Couldn't see anything. It's pitch black. I could see some stars and some stars out, and it was beautiful because we're pretty high up at that point. But I remember I was not happy. Like it was, but I'm doing this thing that I chose to do that I think brings me joy because the adventure of trying something I've never tried and doing something hard brings me joy. But at the same time, I'm not really happy doing this.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting there and the sun coming up over the horizon, and it was the most amazing, beautiful, probably spiritual thing I've seen. I sat there and I was like, man, it was incredible.
You couldn't cry because your tears would have frozen.
Yeah, they were frozen because I was trying to eat a Snickers bar that I'd shoved in my armpit, and it was still like a block of ice.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm trying to gnaw on it and watch the sun come up because it was just the thing that brought me joy was not bringing me happiness at the moment, but there was happiness in that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting to do something. I have the ability, I have the strength and the finances to be able to come out here and climb this really high mountain
Mm-hmm.
with my friends. There's something that's really hard and it's challenging. Like so many times in marriage, like we lose sight of what, like we get caught up in all the other stuff I feel like around us and the comparison game of the Joneses and everything. And
Mhm.
social media drives me nuts on that. The fact of I would love to get off of social media, but having a podcast kind of requires you to be on social media to push that. But I would love to because I mean I love my friends. I want to be around my friends, but also too I'm like I'm glad you got to go to Hawaii. I'm glad you got to go to somewhere else
Yeah.
and have that fun and enjoy that. I really do. But also too, I'm not at a place where maybe I'm at a place where I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to buy groceries next week.
Right.
And so my stress is a lot different than the stress of, oh my gosh, like, do I go to, California, or do we go to wine country right now, or do we go to Jamaica? It's like, really, bro? I'm putting gas in the car. Like, that's all I got. It's like so many times we compare ourselves that way and we lose sight of our joy because we allow that to take the place of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just sad.
That external joy that you're seeing from everybody else is not real joy. They're trying to make themselves look better for everybody else. While on the
Sometimes, yeah.
inside, they
Well, and
have
also-
their own negative struggles that they're having to deal with too.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like they look happy on social media, but behind closed doors, they could hate each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, you
Well,
gotta
and many
look at
times we covet other people's joy,
Right.
Yeah.
even if
Which
someone
is weird to
is.
say, but it's really
No,
That's
it is.
true,
It is weird
though.
to say, but like you can see someone else who, and maybe their life is perfect. Maybe that's their season of life. And I can tell you this: I've had seasons of my life where I felt like it was,
Yeah.
and it was great.
Yep.
And I'm going to be honest, even in my own life, sometimes I covet my own joy that I used to have.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
the reality is that's not where I'm at now.
Right.
So where is my joy going to come from now?
Yeah.
And
Well,
even if you're looking at someone else's joy, you're looking at someone else's circumstances, because the reality is, and we chase this all the time, someone else gets a new car and they're excited about it. And you're like, oh man, I wish I had that kind of excitement. Maybe I need a new car.
Right.
Well, the reality, yeah, they can be excited and good for them, right? But also what works for them doesn't mean that's what's going to work for you.
Yeah.
100%. All of us, all four of us in here are different.
Completely.
Like, I could care less about stuff. Like, I don't care about a car. I don't care about clothes. I really don't. Those things don't interest me at all. I do care about taking trips and traveling and doing fun stuff.
Mhm.
That and doing stuff with my friends and family. That, and some people would be like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, if it's still driving my truck from 2014, it's paid for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive that thing."
With
to,
every emoji on the dash is lit up.
yeah, they're all lit up, man.
Every
They're all
emoji on the dash.
that'd be called the lights up there.
Yes,
So it's
that's
like
not an emoji.
Yes, it is.
So it's but the thing is like we're all different. Like it means it's different for all of us. So it's figuring out what that is for you
Mhm.
Mhm.
in your family and your marriage. So if you feel like you're in this tunnel, you can't see the end of it. It's just your head down. You feel like I'm just working. I'm just trying to get through this. I'm struggling. It's hard for me to find joy. I can't. It's just I feel like I'm in this tunnel and I'm just going and going and going. Bank accounts draining. Feels like it's always empty. I can't get my head above water.
Or working so much you never see each other, or
Yeah.
you name it.
So unpack it. What do we do? What does this look like? How do we move forward from here? How do we create a culture of joy in our marriage and our relationships to make that tunnel not so dark?
I think being aware, first of all, that sometimes
Yeah.
it's hard to find it. Like, acknowledge that. Because if you pretend like you're happy all the time, that's not, or
Well, it doesn't work to fake it till you make it
mm-mm.
when it
No,
comes
not
with
with
happiness
this,
and
no.
joy. It does not.
Mm-mm.
No, it's true.
And I mean, there are some circumstances where that works, but that is not this circumstance.
No.
You can't fake it till you make it.
Me, one thing of advice I would give, and I did this morning. I think mindset is man, if you can conquer mindset, you've done a lot of the battle. Like this
Yes.
morning, Thomas and Miranda were staying over last night, so they were sleeping in the living room, and I had to get up and leave this morning at 5:00. And so I didn't want to sit. I usually get up and I make coffee and I'll sit around and watch YouTube in the living room. So they were in the living room. And so I went outside and sit in our garage because you have a little nice little place to sit out there. And I sat out there and it was quiet. And I was just thinking about I'm thankful that they're in there, that
Mhm.
you're in the house and I get to sit in my garage, in my house, at my house, getting ready to go to work. And I was like, it's just the mindset of being grateful. Like it sucks that I got up at 4:20 this morning to start getting ready to go to work, but I'm like, I get to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Yeah.
somewhere to go. I have somewhere to go to. Like I have family here that loves me. It's the mindset. And then even when I got there today, I sent Jess a text, just a reminder, just for her to be like, hey, I'm I'm very thankful that I get to call you my wife, and I love you. It's just because if I start focusing on the good things, it's going to help me see more of the good things versus seeing the bad things.
You have to be intentional to look for the good.
Yeah.
You really do.
So a grateful list. I got one from John today, and I would read it to you, but I don't feel like that would be appropriate. John sent me a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that he's grateful for.
He's a friend that you've been talking to for a couple of years. It's been working through some
He's
pretty
on
big
his-
issues.
He's on his sobriety,
Yeah.
and he's over almost 2 years sober.
Yeah.
And he sends
Still
me
text him every single day.
every single day.
That's awesome.
Big John Countries, what he's
Mhm.
called. And so he sends me these every day, and I read them. And when I read them, it makes me go, God, I'm such a
Negative
Yeah,
Nancy.
bro, get out of your own crap, man. I'm just like, this dude's thankful for this, and I'm over here griping about this. It's
Yeah.
just,
But it's so easy to get caught in that.
it really is.
It is so easy. And I say that because, like what you were saying, the being aware, the being intentional, look at the positive things. I have to set myself reminders to do that.
Yes, and
Because
that's okay.
I don't do it naturally. I
Mhm.
don't. So, like, seriously, I have done this before. Like, I'll do it tonight. We're talking about it. So I'll probably go set something on my alarm tonight and just be like, hey, I'm going to pick a random date next week or next month, even get it out there and just say, hey, today, what are you grateful for?
Mm-hmm.
Today, what are the positive things you're seeing versus the negative things?
Mm-hmm.
Be
Yep.
intentional to look at the positive things. And if
Yeah.
that's what it takes, do it. If that means you got to put it on your mirror in the bathroom so that you see it every morning, if that means you put it on a note and throw it in your backpack so you find it in the next couple of weeks, do it. Or your briefcase, whatever it is you got.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be intentional and realize this. No one can make this change for you.
Right. No one's showing up to save you from this.
Well, and even if someone does, they can't change your mindset.
nope.
No.
No one can.
No.
So if you want to see more positive things, you want to find more joy, you want to find more happiness in your life that is not based on circumstantial things that happen around you by happenstance, because we can't control our circumstances. If you want a joy that is beyond circumstances, you have to be intentional to cultivate that culture in your life so that you can have it. And it takes small steps. I think, Greg, you were saying that earlier today.
I was just about to say something you said earlier, Greg, when we were talking about this earlier today. You said you find what you focus on.
Yeah.
That's very simple, but also it's not. I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, you find what you focus on, but what are you focusing on?
Yeah.
So it's that being intentional.
And I'm not saying do this because I get it. I live in the real world with you. I'm a real couple doing real stuff.
Yeah.
Every day's absurd. Try it once a week. Try
Yeah.
once a week. Try,
Small steps.
yeah, try once a week and see what happens. And then once you get down once a week, then try twice a week. Spread those days out. Like, just start. Just the thing is, just start. Like we talked about. I was like, if you feel yourself in the dark tunnel, what do? I think Michael goes, you get a pair of roller skates. And I
Do
was
something
like,
to make it easier.
yeah, the reality is, like, you're not getting out of a tunnel unless you take steps
Mm-hmm.
to get out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
If you just sit down, you're going to stay there. So keep moving, keep going, be grateful. That's my unpack. How about
Mhm.
you? You got anything else to add?
I don't. We pretty well said what I was thinking.
How about you?
I think I already
Thomas?
said it.
No, I'm good.
So,
Be
Man,
happy.
yeah.
In the words of the big mouth bass that sat on the wall, don't worry. Be happy.
So I was like, man, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for, if you're still here listening to us.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Love you. Love you. Love you. You guys are awesome. Please like, share, subscribe, throw it out there. Go to our website, unpacktogether.com. There's kind of a marriage thing that we've built, kind of a framework that we're working on to build out. Go take that inventory, kind of just see where you're at, see what's happening. It's really cool. It's easy. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. We want to be a resource to help you grow your marriage and help you be better. That's what we're about. And also, too, if you're feeling really crazy, jump on our social media, or even here on you can send us a text from your podcast. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I know they're there. You can actually send us a text from there. Just tell us one thing you're happy with. What makes you happy, and where do you find joy? And just thank you for listening. Keep sharing. we're still trying to grow. We're trying to get to half the countries in the world, which means we got to get to 95.
Mm-hmm.
We're 58.
We'll get there.
So if I don't know why, but I just think it'd be cool to say half the countries in the world have listened to our podcast, which is kind of nuts to even think about. But love you guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part. We just can't thank you enough. This is an awesome thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
So anything else to add?
Mm-mm.
September 5th.
Ooh,
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.